Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Fate Grand Order. The Oniland rerun is over now, and guess where I still am? I think this will be the last episode though, because after clearing the main story, I'm not gonna do all this extra stuff. I don't care. I'll read that on my own time. So, let's go take on the Summer Lion King and finally fucking finish this. That's that then. Well done. As Aloha Knights, we swore to never stand in the way of one who proves to be a true swimsuit swordmaster. And that is exactly what all of you have done. On my authority, you are hereby permitted to meet with our king, the strongest in all Las Vegas. Summer Lion King, would you do these people the honor and joy of granting them an audience? Very well. You fought well in your foreign Aloha garb, Gawain, as did the other two. I would expect no less from my Aloha Knights, who are, after all, a variant of the swimsuit swordmasters, even if Tristan is the only one of you actually wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, good point. I thought that was odd. Silence! Her Majesty is still making her entrance. What the fuck is this voice? Okay. However, as I thought, only a true swimsuit swordmaster is fit to fight another. For it is only we genuine swimsuit swordmasters who possess the urge to see just how far our blades can go. You did well to come this far. I must first commend you for your hard-fought battles to date, swimsuit swordmasters who have been ruining my yard. Good, you all bear fine expressions. Especially you, wielder of 4 swords. Your expression has improved tenfold since our first meeting. At long last, you have defeated all the other swimsuit swordmasters who oversee casinos and made your way here. You would not have grown to this extent without the comrades who have fought and aided you thus far. I commend you, Katsushika Hokusai, newest of all swimsuit swordmasters. Nor do I fault you for banding together with others. If you believe that is what you must do, then so be it. Indeed, I am much in the same boat, for I too commanded help in the form of my Aloha Knights. Yeah, good point. Really, you're just like the rest of us. Yeah. She said my name. The Summer Lion King actually said my name. The strongest swimsuit swordmaster of them all. And she's finally recognizing me as an equal. Alright then, Summer Lion King, manager of the largest casino in all of dazzling Las Vegas. It looks like this is finally it. Are you ready? Hokusai! Right! Let's do this. It's time for the final match of the 7 Duels of Sword Beauties. She just zapped us all outside in an instant. Oh no, I can't contact the Wandering Sea anymore. It's just like the first 7-color duel we fought. Oh yeah, this is it. I finally kind of figured out what it means to be a swimsuit swordmaster. What it means to be a beauty who epitomizes both grace and blade. And what is it? It's nothing as simple as just being a swordmaster in a swimsuit. A swimsuit swordmaster is a swimsuit swordmaster. Very helpful, Hokusai, thank you. Something tells me she hasn't thought this through very well. Sounds like a modern-day Zen... How do you say that? Koan? Koan? I don't know. Nothing wrong with it. The important thing's that she said it with conviction. My true name is Arturia Ruler. I am the royal bunny of Casino Camelot. My true name is Katsushika Hokusai. I will make it rain like waterfalls in your casino. Come, and let us have a good, clean fight. Bring it! And then the fight that I will not show. Is that truly the best you can do, Katsushika Hokusai? Is that the extent of your summer gleam? Is that the swimsuit swordmaster pinnacle of grace and blade you have been seeking all this time? You will never be able to surpass the glorious light of my royal bunny like that. Is that a challenge? You're on. I might have a foul mouth, but my heart is pure and true. Be dragged into the currents of the white dragon that ascends to the heavens. Shimotsuke, Tokaido, Toto, Soshu, Washu, Mino, Kisokaido, Kisoji. These are different waterfalls than she was doing before. I assume they're waterfalls. A tour of waterfalls in various provinces. I got used to doing the other set. I never dreamed you had grown this strong. Well done. I concede my defeat. You, Katsushika Hokusai, together with your companions, are true sword beauties and the strongest swimsuit sword masters in all of dazzling Las Vegas. You did it, Oi! I did it! I'm the strongest swimsuit swordmaster of all. Of course, I didn't do it all on my own. But this still means all of us together are the strongest around, right? Did you hear that, Toto-sama? I'm finally the strongest of all the swimsuit swordmasters. You sure are. You did really great, Hokusai. I don't think we would have all come together like this if it wasn't for your unique charisma and youthful potential. We couldn't have done this without you either, Cursor. You're the glue that kept us all together. I think you nailed it, Lady Iori. Indeed. I guess that takes care of this minute singularity. That's correct. Now that we've retrieved the Holy Grail, Hokusai's spirit origin should go back to normal, and Siegfried's spirit origin should stabilize. From there, this singularity should go back to norm- Huh? What's this about my spirit origin? I also get the sense that there is still one more battle I need to fight as a swimsuit swordmaster. Wait, huh? This minute singularity doesn't seem to be going away. What could this mean? Hey, did anyone actually loot the Holy Grail? 'Cause I didn't. A fair point. I don't sense any magical energy coming from one, but maybe we will once the Summer Lion King gives it to us. You conceded your loss, right? Then hurry up and hand over the Holy Grail already. Holy Grail? What in the world are you talking about? Yes, I did create this wonderful version of Las Vegas, and yes, I do rule over it. But I know nothing of the Holy Grail. You have got to be kidding me. It was Musashi, wasn't it? There must have been a misunderstanding. This manifestation of this alternate Las Vegas is simply one of the powers I possess. I have not so much as seen a Holy Grail here since I created it. Are you serious? Yes. Then where'd this minute singularity come from? Who is this? Where could the Holy Grail be? How did this minute singularity truly come into being? Something tells me this is Merlin talking. Of fucking course. You won't get any answers from the Summer Lion King. She just took this western desert and turned it into what you see now. So if not her, then who? Who truly knows the Holy Grail's location? Who had the Summer Lion King make Las Vegas in the first place? Spoiler alert, it was me! The same Mr. Sheep you've met in your dreams, you fucker. The root of all evil! Merlin! Merlin, you whore. You bastard. He causes so much trouble, and for what? Yes, that's right. Sometimes I'm Mr. Mystery, helping you find your way. Other times I represent Casino Camelot's manager. But my true identity is none other than Merlin, the great mage of flowers. I'm not quite sure how to say this, but yeah, I knew all along. Really? I knew as well. Me too, of course. I can't do my voices, I'm laughing too much. I thought we were all simply pretending not to notice. Now I'm remembering the time I thought my drawing style had changed significantly, only to find out no one else could see any difference. Well now, it seems we have at least one young lady with no cutting comment. I like your parka. It looks like a monster with its mouth gaping wide open. Great, thanks. 0 out of 10. Worst compliment I ever got. Maybe just the worst compliment ever. Oh my god. Now, no need to be bashful. You and I go way back after all. Do you though? I don't think they've ever interacted before now. Don't you remember? It was my idea to surround the city with an ocean. Oh. Go on, say it. Say you had no idea Mr. Mystery was actually Merlin all along. I have no idea what you're talking about whatsoever. Never speak again. You're an eyesore. Get his ass. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to deceive you guys. But of course, that's no excuse, so I won't try to excuse what I did. Makes sense, right? I suppose that's one way to put it. So you don't feel any guilt over this? Don't you have a heart? Of course not. I'm just a system who goes around solving problems. You go around making problems, Merlin. You make problems. All's well that ends well, I always say. So yes, basically, this was all my doing. I used my impeccable oratory skills to lower Arturia Lancer's guard, added a summer attribute to her spirit origin, then suggested that the Grand Canyon would be the perfect place for her to spend the summer. And as I expected, she did a wonderful job with the place. Just look at how gorgeous this Las Vegas turned out. A dream city pulsing with life and gambling where swimsuit swordmasters and heroic spirits of all stripes come together to enjoy casinos and 7 duels of sword beauties. Why did you do all that, Merlin? Surely even you wouldn't go that far without some sort of reason. Don't underestimate him, Mash! Then again, I guess you've never been one to hold back whenever you decide to do something. Indeed. No matter how much he ought to hold back, he never does. Right! Arturia, you just reminded me of something. Why in the world did you agree to Merlin's unbelievably shady suggestion in the first place? You know, looking back on it now, I am not entirely sure myself. Goodness knows Merlin's antics have caused me no end of headaches. Still, I do remember that the timing worked out well, as I did need a mecha for which to assemble the swimsuit swordmasters. Huh? Hang on, didn't GANRYU say something about that? Did he? I don't remember what he said. Yes, he did. As I recall, he said the duels take place in Western North America every year. Oh yeah, but that doesn't line up with what Merlin told us. Really? Well, I can't speak to that. When it comes to swimsuit swordmasters, I barely know anything myself. But I do know that the swimsuit swordmasters needed a place to gather and fight, and that it had to be here. Okay, seriously, what the hell even is a swimsuit swordmaster? I'm afraid that's not my place to say. Right, Miss Miyamoto? What are you calling yourself now? Iori? Huh? Know what? I'm impressed. It takes guts to try and get through a situation like this with nothing but a smile. I'm getting a very bad feeling about this, but I'll worry about that later. Hand over the Holy Grail first, and then we'll talk about what exactly is going on here. Yeah, a Holy Grail is like a drop. You can't just leave it lying around. It's a magnet for trouble. I don't have it. Huh? You won't find the Holy Grail on me. All I did was introduce Arturia to this property, and all she did was use her gifts to make it a city. Or to make a city on it. The Holy Grail that spawned this minute singularity is still buried somewhere underneath all these buildings. Huh. I would have already collected it if I could, but it just wasn't that simple. But I think that lady over there can speak to that more than I can. Right, Miss Miyamoto? I was really hoping I could resolve this quietly, but I guess that ship has sailed. No more running or hiding. Now that we've come this far, I'll tell you the truth about everything. Lady Iori? Musashi, what the hell did you do? The minute singularity in Western North America. The anomaly in dazzling Las Vegas, where swimsuit swordmasters and heroic spirits alike came together, should have been resolved. With all 7 swimsuit swordmasters, including the Summer Lion King, defeated, the 7 duels of sword beauties should have come to an end. But no, it wasn't over yet. What the fuck? There was still a heavenly demon, a fearsome being of disaster and calamity lurking within this land. This heavenly demon was nothing less than the last, and strongest, swimsuit swordmaster of all. With the Holy Grail embedded within its body, this sword demon aimlessly wandered about Grand Canyon GANRYU Island. What the fuck? It started when a heroic spirit, a sword fighter, was off on a journey. A journey that seemed like it had a destination, but actually had nothing of the sort. After the sword fighter had walked for a long, long time, they arrived at the Grand Canyon, the center of what's now dazzling Las Vegas. The sword fighter was completely penniless. There was no magical energy they could use in this barren ground, no food to be found, and no people nearby they could ask for help. They did have some uncooked rice and udon flour they kept for emergencies, but they didn't have a pot to cook them in. But just when they were on the verge of starving to death from a lack of magical energy, by pure, sheer coincidence, they happened across something that could help. A Holy Grail. It must have been a place where the land's ley lines and such happened to gather in just the right way. Then, while looking at the Holy Grail, the sword fighter had a thought. When you think about it, what's the difference between a Holy Grail and a pot, anyway? A Musashi-style bento, huh? It turned out incredibly good. Since the rice the sword fighter made with the Holy Grail was the best they'd ever had in their lifetime, and they were so hungry, they decided to try making udon in it next. That's when it happened. Oh god. Musashi. A new, completely unprecedented kind of anomaly. The Sword Fighters' association with Buddhism, acquired over years of ascetic practice, reacted poorly to the Grail. It separated itself from the Sword Fighter spirit origin, and manifested independently as a heavenly demon. The Sword Fighter hurriedly tried to stop it, but it was too late. The heavenly demon had already stolen the Sword Fighter's skill with the sword. And as a result, she ended up turning into a berserker. It's a tragedy. At a loss for what to do next, the girl decided to forget about the heavenly demon and went on her way. But it wasn't long before the guilt of letting this fiend loose on the world, which may well lead to a terrible disaster, got to her. So she decided to talk to a shady mage she once happened to run into in a weird underground cavern, and asked him what she could do to help clean up her mess. That would be me, in case it wasn't clear. She wasn't my type by any means, but she was serious enough about this to threaten me with her swords. At any rate, I may be heartless, but I'm not an animal, so I told her. Alright, let's seal away the area where this heavenly demon thing is roaming around. If I'm not mistaken, you've locked down an entire island with the enemy in it before, right? That's the right call for this situation, too. Fortunately, I happen to know a king who can do something similar, so I'll see if she can't help us. So that is where I come in. Right you are. I led Arturia to the Grand Canyon and convinced her to build a city in the middle of it. A second Las Vegas, identical to the first, save for it being an imitation. So with the heavenly demon sealed away, they came up with a system to select someone with the potential to defeat this heavenly demon. Okay, so why swimsuit sword masters? For that, I think you can blame the temperament of the sword fighter who caused all of this. This heavenly demon is picky about her opponents and won't accept defeat unless it's at the hands of another saber. Sounds like something I heard about at a hot springs inn somewhere. Yeah, I remember that. So as I am now a ruler, I cannot defeat this heavenly demon myself. And the one who caused this mess cannot clean it up by herself either, now that she is a berserker. Even if she won, the heavenly demon would only absorb her, becoming a demon king with the potential to wreak even more havoc. So she needed someone who could fight in her stead. Right, the sword fighter decided to look for a swimsuit swordmaster who could defeat the heavenly demon Musashi as a saber, and to do whatever she could to help them. Lady Hiyori? Based on everything you told us, it, don't sound like there's too many sword fighters who fit that description. In fact, it kind of sounded to me like you were talking about yourself. Lady Iori? What is that? This magical energy is practically dripping with bloodlust. Master! What's going on? Where'd all the pretty buildings go? The magical energy textures covering the city just went flying. This must be this land's original... No, that's not it. The heavenly demon is changing this land into what it looked like before the Summer Lion King made it into dazzling Las Vegas. Master, get back! You be careful too, Mash! I will. Oh, this is so bad! Impressive. This aura would drive any ordinary person to madness on the spot. Don't worry, Master. We'll be your shield. Oh, this is going to be a hassle. It's not just magical energy. I don't sense any limit to her animosity either. What the hell is that? This is just like when I first saw the Summer Lion King. No, it's even stronger. Iori said this sword fighter lady was looking to raise a saber swimsuit swordmaster who could defeat this heavenly demon thing, right? And she had to be talking about me, right? I never sensed such a vengeful spirit bearing so much hatred as this heavenly demon thing before. Am I really supposed to fight it, let alone win? How can I possibly... There she is. Ah! She's here, she's here, she's here, she's here! That dark figure, she's about as big as any other woman, but I can sense the danger radiating off her. She's leagues beyond even the strongest swimsuit swordmaster. The grace of a swimsuit don't really matter here. She's a real swordmaster, a manslayer who will cut you down if you so much as get near her. What am I supposed to do now? It took us a long time to get here, but we finally found the genuine article. This is sure to be the final battle. How's he moving towards her? He's got to be feeling this intense aura just as much as me. How are you able to do that, Lord Siegfried? It's alright, Hokusai. That woman there is far beyond the bounds of a swimsuit swordmaster. If you are unable or unwilling to draw your swords against her, I will be glad to fight in your stead. You'd really? Now I get it. I was never a true swordmaster. At best, I just wanted to be one real bad. But you're the real deal. Lord Siegfried, the Dragon Slayer of the West. You're not just a swordmaster, but a hero. Compared to you, I've just been running around talking tough about being a sword fighter, painter, and a fairy. But as soon as I come up against the real thing, I get so scared my knees won't stop knocking. I'm so pathetic. I'm so pathetic I can't stand it. Hokusai, Master, everyone. Lady Iori. Before we get started, I just wanted to apologize. I'm so sorry. This whole thing was my fault. I chose to go by my apprentice's name because, at best, I'm about half the woman I once was. I'm sorry for deceiving you all up until now. The truth is, I'm not Miyamoto Iori. I'm Shinmen Musashi Harunobu. Miyamoto Musashi. Yeah, no shit. And you were right. Only this time, I'm a rootin' tootin' gunslingin' swordmaster berserker. Please don't say that again. Miyamoto Musashi? The Miyamoto Musashi of the Nitanichi Ryu? I can't believe it. Things are moving so fast I can't keep up anymore. So this means I've been fighting alongside the Miyamoto Musashi all this time. Damn it. If only I hadn't turned out to be such a dang coward. I've been fighting and winning side by side with the legendary Miyamoto Musashi countless times by now. But that heavenly demon... They got me so scared I can barely think straight. I can't stand how pathetic I am. Away. It's okay, Master. Laugh at me. I'm just an immature little brat with a big mouth. That demon got a hold of Miyamoto Musashi's power of the Buddha, right? This is all too much for me. No, Hokusai, you've got it all wrong. I could never have made it back here if it hadn't been for you. The things you say, how you smile, the way you look up at the sky determined to take on the world, those are all things I had when I was younger, things that I'd nearly forgotten about. You're the embodiment of infinite possibilities. You're the passion I dreamed of when I was young. It's only because you challenged and witnessed the 7 different embodiments of beauty. That I'm able to stand here now and face myself once again. Specifically, I can't defeat my demon self on my own, so I need a saber to help me. That's putting it kind of bluntly. You mean... You, the Miyamoto Musashi, want to fight alongside me? What do you say, Hokusai? I'm happy to help you any way I can. Then yeah, you bet. If the legendary Miyamoto Musashi is inviting me to join her, you better believe I want to be as badass as I can right to the end. If I didn't, I could never look myself in the eye again. Ain't that right, Toto-sama? Were I to meet my father, I would cut him down. Were I to meet a friend, I would cut them down too. My heart has lost any humanity it had. One cannot slay the void without giving oneself over to emptiness. The way of the sword is the way of oblivion, a path to zero. All that I see must be slain without mercy. She's right. That thing really isn't human anymore. It's something that mastered the sword so far beyond what's humanly possible that it blew open a hole to something beyond this world. I know that fierce void. I know it too well. I'm so damn scared it feels like my heart's gonna up and burst, but so what? Wait, are you saying that this is like Lovecraftian in nature? I got the legendary Shinmen Musashi on my side, and the heroic Dragon Slayer, not to mention other swimsuit swordmasters from all walks of life. No way I can't cut down a mere monster with an all-star lineup like that backing me up. I shall glare in all directions. I am the sword beauty mad about art, Katsushika Hokusai. You want to fight, you big heavenly demon? You got it. Let's do this thing. Ridiculous. No minnow swimming upstream can hope to stand against me. That hot blood of yours will soon be no more than nourishment for my blade. And the fight. managed to win and I still couldn't kill it. I hate to say it, but this is the best I got. Finish it, Lady Musashi. You did great. I'll take it from here, though not without a little help. So this is why you ordered that giant tsunami from me? I take it this is where you want it delivered, then? Sure is. 1 Swordmaster on ice, please. Not a problem. I was saving this to drown the Lion King in her Las Vegas, but I'm fine using it on an opponent like this. Prepare to face the Serpent of Judgment. Leviathan, melt, purge! Perfect! This is exactly what it was like back then. Mystic Sword counter, incoming! Here goes! Anti-Swordsman and Anti-Swordmaster Grand Bounded Field. This is my... Whoa. GANRYU-JIMA! Damn, alright then. Alright, this should be the last bit. I hope. And with that, it was gone. The demon that possessed the Holy Grail in Western North America disappeared, along with the fleeting, dazzling version of Las Vegas, like so much sea foam. That is to say, this was nothing less than the female Musashi's incredible art of swordsmanship. A special spirit origin born to humiliate, decimate, and utterly crush sword fighters who had fallen to evil, wickedness, and wrongdoing. Her mystic sword counter, also known as the Anti-Swordsman and Anti-Swordmaster Grand Bounded Field GANRYU-JIMA. Using the wind created from the 5 rings of her swords, earth, water, fire, wind, and void, she whips up a flood of seawater to surround her opponent before... This sounds like it's Hokusai talking. Before slicing them like the cascade of a waterfall, clean in half. Now that's how you get rid of a heavenly demon. Yeah. I'm not so sure about that, Hokusai. There are other noble phantasms that can... Never mind. My apologies. Welcome back, guys! You did great. The minute singularity in Western North America has already begun to self-destruct. It should still stick around for a while, but that's okay. The important thing is, it should no longer be able to affect humanity. Mission complete! Well, for the most part, anyway. Musashi, we've still got a lot left to say to you, so you're not going anywhere for the time being.
I'll say, I genuinely don't know where to begin. Alright, for starters, Holy Grail rice? What in the world were you thinking? This undoes all the good work you did in Russia and then some. Servant Miyamoto Musashi, I'm putting together a special program for you that is damn sure gonna make you turn over a new leaf.
It sounds like you got up to some delightful mischief. I think I would have enjoyed it. You can't have the grail. But you should probably try to stay out of trouble for a while. Yes, the next time you think to make rice, and you happen to see a Holy Grail, please give me a call.
You can't have the grail, Amakusa! You cooked rice in a holy grail? That seems an act of pure insanity, but I suppose you would not have done so unless there were truly no alternative. Congratulations on your safe return, Lady Musashi. Rest well. You have earned it. Cooking rice in a holy grail, huh? God. Well now, if it isn't Lady Musashi, I'm glad to see you and Master returned safely. To think that a single meal could lead to such an ordeal. But then I would expect no less from one of your caliber. Get her ass! You won't do it again, right? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Even at the time, I vaguely remember thinking this could destroy the entire western seaboard, and hoping I could do something to fix it without causing too much trouble. But then, instead of taking responsibility, I pretended to be someone I'm not, and I'm really, really sorry. It's alright. I know you didn't mean for this to happen. Thanks, Cursor. That's really nice of you. Sorry again. There she was, the great Shinmen Musashi Harunobu, looking sadder and sorrier than I'd ever have imagined possible. Of course, she wouldn't be deterred for long. The next day... I assume that's still Hokusai narrating. Okay, I'm gonna get going now. I know I caused a whole lot of trouble this time, and believe me, I've had a change of stomach, or heart. No more Holy Grail rice for me, no matter how hungry I get. Later, Cursor. The next time we meet, I promise I'll make this up to you. And just like that, she was gone with the wind. Man, she was so cool. I don't know why she keeps leaving Chaldea to go on these journeys all by herself. But even though she comes from a completely different time, place, and world, she still don't think twice about it. Now that's my kind of woman. Oh, Hokusai, you lesbian. Well, there you have it. They do say this Lady Musashi's pretty different from the one in our history, but she's still a hell of a gal. And I got to play at being a sword fighter alongside her, like we were in the same league. Ain't that right, Master? Man, that's great. I couldn't ask for anything more. Hokusai. Come on, cheer up. It ain't like I'm gonna die and go back to the throne. I'm just going back to my regular spirit origin. Sure, I've never done this before, so I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'll still be me. I'm still your servant, Katsushika Hokusai. That ain't gonna change. Well, see ya. I've confirmed a change in Katsushika Hokusai's spirit origin. Now that the Grand Canyon Singularity has been repaired, the effect on her spirit origin should go away too. Hey, Master? It's alright. I remember everything that happened. I'm still the same person I was before. I remember the Las Vegas where I fought Lady Musashi, and wearing a swimsuit, and being a sword fighter painter with 4 swords, who dreamed about becoming a fairy. Looking back now, it's hard to believe I did all that. I never even held a sword before. And I don't even know if that story I heard about my ancestors being sword fighters is true or not.
Man, I sure had a lot of nerve acting like a big shot sword fighter painter. And Barry? Where'd I even get all that? I was really kinda all over the place, wasn't I? Ah! What was I thinking, acting so childish? Forget you saw anything. Hokusai? Please, Master, just forget that all happened. That was me acting out my most embarrassing childhood dreams. I never meant for anyone to actually see them. Oh, come on, you were really badass. Senpai, I think that remark only made her feel worse. Forget you saw anything! Oh god. And that's the long and short of it. Shamelessness and anxiety are both inextricable aspects of who we are. Like I said, no matter how much we may struggle against them, it wouldn't make any difference. I never thought the mistakes I made when I was young would come back to bite me like this. But even so, I'll still say this. Everyone makes mistakes during the hopelessly childish period of their lives, along with the not-so-childish period. But then again, you can't lump all mistakes together. Even if I'm embarrassed to death by these things now, there was a time when I used to believe in them proudly. Besides, putting them in context of everything that happened this time, I can't say they were all that bad. After all, hey, Toto-sama? Even though I'm still so embarrassed it feels like my face is gonna burst into flames, it still kinda turned out alright in the end, don't you think? Everyone's ashamed of something in their past, but it's all part of what makes up our memories. Life ain't all sunshine and rainbows. You never know what's gonna happen in it, good or bad. And since this latest incident inspired me to paint a picture this evocative, I figure it couldn't have been all that bad. I mean, just look how this picture came out, Toto-sama. She's one of the strongest sword fighters to ever live, and here she is looking sadder and sorrier than anything you ever seen. Lady Musashi, huh? I like that. One of these days, I'd love to grab a drink with her in this spirit origin. I bet we'd have a whole lot to talk about. They are girlfriends now. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Anyways, it looks like that's the end of the main story. So, like I said, I'm gonna read the rest on my own time. So that is officially, finally, the end of this series. I'll try to get back to Lost Belt 4 soon. I know there's another event coming up soon. I think it's Saber Wars 2. So that's gonna cause some issues. Well, not cause some issues, but I'll have to put Lost Belt 4 on pause for a little bit for that. God, I hope there aren't any issues during that event. And then I think after that, the only other new event this year is the Christmas event. So I should hopefully have some time to catch up before the end of the year. So yeah, next FGO video will be Lost Belt 4 stuff, hopefully. So I'll see you all then.